Hello and welcome into the Bench Press. Here to bring you everything from school sport results to featured guest interviews are your hosts Adam Hoy, Keani Forsyth, Jackson Spencer, Mitch Absalom and Will Clift. We are the voice of James Nash School Sport. Let's kick off.
It's time! And Keani, that reference is from...
I have no idea.
Vince McMahon? Is it Vince McMahon?
Oh, well, that's the WWE.
Yeah, WWE. Yeah, cool. Welcome into the Bench Press podcast. Thank you, Mitch, for that almighty introduction. Something a little bit special today. This is our first episode that we are recording on film as well as on audio. So this will be posted on the school YouTube so you can see how everything works. So I am Adam. Hello, you can see who I am.
I'm Mitch.
And I'm Keani.
There it is, there's the look to the camera. So the main two things we have to talk about this week are girls rugby results from their final round of fixtures and also the TCE volleyball tournament or the college experience, which will be happening at the end of week 10, which looks amazing. So we have that in front of us, but I think we'll kick off with girls rugby and some up and down results from the girls from the final week. Who wants to kick off? Who wants to rip in? Because for a certain reason, I'm sure we'll get to. I didn't get to watch much.
Yeah, same.
Same. Keani?
Yeah.
You got to actually watch most of the footy that we were all at?
Not really, but yeah.
Okay, so pretty much what happened, the three of us were all there for the under-14s games and then the Opens game. The under-16s were down the coast, so we didn't get to watch them this week. So our under-14 gold and under-14 black girls versus each other in the first game, and we mixed up the teams so we had experience and new girls on either side. So James Nash won that one, obviously.
Yeah, nice job.
Yeah, good work, girls. And then James Nash gold versus Chancellor, who driven up for our games and went down against Chancellor, and then James Nash black beat Chancellor in the second game. So while all this was going on, the poor medic, the one medic that was there, got probably 3 weeks worth of injuries all in the same afternoon. So after the first game, she already had her hands full. I offered my assistance. She gave me her entire first aid kit and said go. And then Mitch was helping me, and we were pretty much doing first aid for the next hour and a half because there was just carnage in all three of the first under 14 games. So I didn't actually get to watch any of the matches until the Opens match. So what was actually going on while that was happening? How was warm-up for the Opens?
Yeah, it was a bit of a mess, to be completely honest. Everyone was sort of in an odd mood, so training or warm-up was very interesting, to say the least.
A couple of reasons behind that. Mr. Jenkins, who did an awesome job, was managing both under-14s teams and the Opens team because Miss Society, Mr. Price were both on Year 7 camp. So Jenko had 3 teams to manage, so he was watching the first 2 games, couldn't get over to the Opens, and Mitch and I were there to help because of that, but because we were first day, no one could actually help out Jenko, so there was just stuff going all over the place. And a couple of ambulances were there. Hannah Paul got a cut across her face, patched it up, back on the field, and yeah, it was just a very full-on afternoon. So, but massive credit to the first aid lady there. She did an awesome job. The paramedics. I want to give a thanks to Mitch for running back and grabbing jumpers and stuff. And the Open girls game against Pats ended up being 7s because the Opens were missing a couple from both teams. And really good game for Erin Rogers in a pretty trying circumstances. Keani had a couple of pretty decent runs herself and even got to have a crack in the line-out because our usual line-out girl Carson was missing. What was it like going back to 7s from, 2 rounds of playing 10s?
It was very odd. It was even different from when we did the Fraser Coast 7s at the start of the year. It was very interesting. You can tell that Pat obviously have trained as a 7s and a 10s team quite often because for them it was no different to 10s, where for us we're not as organised because some girls had never played 7s before.
True. So for those new to rugby union, 7s, 10s, 15s, what's the difference? What are we talking about? What do the numbers represent?
Players. So your 7s is much more of a touch-like game because you pretty much just run, and your rucks are very rarely contested because you need those players to pass the ball to defend, otherwise you become off-numbered and it becomes an even harder.
So 7, that's the rugby that's in the Olympics. So if you've seen any of the rugby 7s, that's what the girls are playing. They usually play 10s, which is 10 on the field, and then full rugby is 15 on the field. Down on the coast, our under 16s were going into their last round of fixtures undefeated. They were versing Siena and Chancellor. They beat Siena, however they went down to Chancellor. Yes, beat Siena, went down to Chancellor for their first loss of the season. So a bit of an upset there for the girls. However, it's probably better experiencing a loss now than next week. Would you say? Mitch is shaking his head. I don't have to describe it now. People can see it. He's shaking his head while he's got a mouthful of food. Yes, the kids do eat during this because they go to class straight after. So, with that loss against Chancellor, Keanu was actually bringing the ladder up before. Chancellor, Nash and St John's all finished the season with 1 loss. And would that be 6 wins? Something like that? 5 wins and a loss? 7 wins and a loss. Yeah, 8 games, true. So 3-way tie at the top of the ladder. And
2-way.
Yeah, she's changed now. 2-way.
Chancellor and St John's are both sitting on 35, and we're just underneath with 33.
Oh, okay, that might have gone on a point scored in a game. You get extra points if you win by a certain margin. I think it's 20. So this leads us into finals next week, which are down at Sunshine Coast Stadium, down at Warana there. Hopefully the turf is in good nick. There is a big rugby league prelim semi-final on tonight. We'll get to that later. So do you want to run us through the fixtures for the finals next week? Who are Nash playing and in what grades?
Mitch hasn't talked, so I vote Mitch.
Switched on as usual.
The under 14 Nash Black team has got St John's in the Div 1 semi. The under 16s Nash team has got St John's Div 1 in the Div 1 semi as well. And you'll never guess, but the Opens have also got St John's in their semi. So it's a St John's versus Nash big day. Damn
straight. It's going to be awesome night down there. So in the Opens comp, in the last round, because Grammar beat St Teresa's, that pushed St Teresa's down a position from 4th to 5th, jumped us up from 5th to 4th. So yeah, it puts us up into Div 1 versus St John's, and that's the 5:40 game. And the other games will be earlier than that, all on the stadium field. So it's going to be an amazing afternoon experience for the girls. Hoping we'll be getting a spectator bus down there as well. So listen out for notices early next week if you want to come down and support the girls. We all went down there for the boys' afternoon for their final, and it's an awesome afternoon. We may even be doing some live commentary through YouTube, so keep an ear out for that one. Alright, moving on to volleyball. So, we've mentioned this before, but TCE, what does it stand for?
The College Experience.
Experience. Yes, so this is a brand new tournament, and it's for Southeast Queensland high schools based on the US college sports system. So pretty much it's going for Thursday and Friday of week 10. The season runs over 6 days of competition. So this was from terms 1 and 2. We're in the term 3 round, obviously. And 4 divisions: junior varsity boys and girls, grades 9 and 10, and varsity boys and girls, 11s and 12s. Varsity boys, yeah, 11 and 12th grade, yep, that's what I meant. You play for 45 minutes on a timer, or a best of 3 sets, whichever finishes first. Fully indoors, 4x5 metre, big screen, music pumping. It looks like it's going to be awesome fun. What do you guys reckon? Is this something that you think's going to catch on? Is it a bit corny? Is it cool? What do you reckon?
I reckon it's cool. I reckon they should adopt it to more sports as well. Have that same sort of environment, the crowd cheering. That always brings the best out of players. It's a great environment to play in.
I'm 100% with you. It's hard to create this sometimes on campus, but if you can bring a bunch of schools to a central location like this. I heard the kids training for this yesterday after school, getting their chants ready for certain points. When they win points, they've got different chants for different celebrations. They're really embracing it. We did some filming and photography earlier in the week with them training in their full outfit, so they're definitely looking forward to it.
Preparing a little bit of sledging as well.
Oh, you have to. Is sledging an American thing?
No,
They more trash talk like through social media. I don't know if they really.
no. Bring the Aussie environment to it.
Unless it's just baseball style, you say one thing and run at them with the bat. Why not? Where's this going to be held? Does it actually have the location itself? I couldn't see that on here.
Somewhere in southeast
Oh,
Queensland.
here it is. Location, Wolves Arena, Callanvale Community College. So, this is going... I've never been there. I have no idea what the facilities are going to be like, but it looks like it's going to be huge because it says 6 indoor courts. Wow. So this is going to be like a full-on experience for the kids, so I hope they really enjoy that. We'll have more up-to-date details with that next week.
We won't be here next week.
Oh, you guys are on exam block.
Yeah.
Master recording for you two for this term.
I don't think I am.
Oh, sweet, we might get one done on the last day. Keane's on exam block.
I'm on a mini exam block, so I still have to come to school.
Yeah, true. See how he said that with such passion and enthusiasm in his voice? These are the students I work with. They're just brilliant. Brilliant kids.
Yep, I'm going to be here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
They crack their necks and... Before we sign off, we mentioned the footy final earlier. Manly versus Melbourne at Sunshine Coast Stadium tonight.
Well,
First
he's
of the
going
4
to that.
prelim
That is why
finals.
he's telling
And
you
thanks for
this.
listening. It's been good.
I was going to
We'll
get your
see you next week.
predictions. That's why I was going to say it.
Ah.
That's what I was literally going. Yes, I am going, but I was
We'd
going to
also
see
like
your
to point out
predictions.
he's wearing a Seagulls jersey
Whoop, 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 whoop.
as we
Wait, what are the
speak.
2 teams again?
Melbourne and Manly. So Melbourne's pretty much the grand final winners of this year versus one of the teams that's going to try and beat them.
You're right.
There you go.
At least
Great
you're
prediction.
honest about it, at least you know.
I was one of the few that had Manly actually finishing in the top 8. I did not expect us to finish this high, and the fact that we're in the top 4 and get a second chance, I'm stoked. So it kind of actually takes a little bit of... I can actually enjoy it tonight. I'm not going to be too tense, I think.
Shouldn't first play like 8th?
First versus 4th. The loser of that will verse the winner of the elimination finals, which is 5 versus 8, 6 versus 7.
Yeah, right.
So we verse the winner, if we lose, let's see, we verse the winner of Roosters versus Titans. And then whoever wins gets the week off. So I'm actually, if it was a daytime game, I'd be predicting a high scoring effect. Both teams like to throw the footy around. They're both averaging over 32 points a game. But because it's going nighttime on the sunny coast near the ocean, it's going to probably be windy and wet. Low scoring game. Manly wins it with a Cherry Evans field goal. How you guys going?
Alright, I'm going to go to class now.
Going class, yep, class for the win. And Mitch is probably going to go to Melbourne just to spite me, I'd say.
I think Melbourne win.
I mean, yeah, Melbourne. I'm not a big NRL fan, so I've not really got much of a mind for this sort of thing.
When in doubt, go for Melbourne.
Let's just go Melbourne.
There's a reason why they're the best team in the comp. Alright, with that, we will sign off. Good luck to the girls in the finals next week. Kiani,
Yep.
smash them St John's butt.
Oh, wait, I'm not even at school. So how do I get to
Yes,
a
you
final?
are.
No, I'm not. I'm on exam block.
You come in and get on the bus.
Oh my god, that's so
Oh, I think that right now.
Oh, sugar.
Sugar.
This is why we have film, to get Kiani's eye rolls as something new. Alright, anything from you guys before you shoot off and see you next time?
The decorations of the room
Oh, yeah.
looking nice.
We'll have jerseys and stuff
Can
up
you
soon.
tell that
We've
they
got
did it by
plans.
themselves without my input?
It's all us.
Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful.
A male's touch.
Sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
alright.
And on that bombshell, we'll sign off. I hit stop before you could say anything else. Yeah, we'll do Pratt. I'm actually going to see what you guys want to do.
I should get the
I
pick.
want to do that hockey again from yesterday. It was so much fun.
Has Turi talked to you?
Who?
Turi.
Oh,
No. He wants to for his game. He was talking to me last night. He wants to modify it, and instead of hockey sticks, just hands, and you just hit it.
oh, that'd be cool.
That would be sick.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
We did hockey like that, but with that pink spiky ball and pool noodles. Amazing.
You're right.
Because you like go as hard as you can. It's like boing. Goes out 2 meters. That's it.
And then I was talking to him. So we maximum of 3 touches in a row with your hand, with this game, because you don't want to keep tapping it. That's just boring. You want to encourage passing and moving.
So you're not allowed to catch it or anything?
No, you can't parry. You can't do anything. You have to just
Jesus.
tap it.
That's cool. Do you want to turn that off? Just hit the red button. Just that one there-ish. No, your finger was going towards it.